When you clicked on this video, you activated circuits in your brain that took thousands of years to develop. The very circuits that allow us to read. We tend to think of language as something natural, and because reading is written language, we assume it must be natural too. But it isn't. Not at all. Scientific research shows that a neurotypical brain is born with the wiring needed for vision and for producing sounds, but not for reading. From an evolutionary perspective, our brains simply haven't had enough time to develop a dedicated reading brain. So instead, the brain adapts. To build the network required for reading, it borrows and repurposes areas involved in vision, hearing, language, attention, and emotion. Some of the earliest writing systems, like Sumerian cuneiform and Egyptian hieroglyphs, appeared around 3300 BC. Over centuries, these symbols evolved as humans read and wrote more, eventually becoming the letters and characters we recognize today. Scientists now understand that reading activates the entire brain. Letters and words become linked to sounds and meanings, and the process engages all four lobes of the cortex. Learning to read transforms brain activity, brain structure, and even brain connectivity. And the language we read shapes the brain in different ways. Chinese, for example, uses a logographic system. Each character represents an idea or object rather than a combination of letters. Research shows that learning such a system relies more on visual memory and visual association. This becomes clear in cases like one bilingual patient who suffered a major stroke. He lost the ability to read Chinese, yet his English reading ability remained untouched. His brain circuits reflected the different demands of each writing system. But reading affects more than the brain. It influences the body too. We may literally feel the emotions of a character in our stomach. That's because the anterior insula, responsible for nausea, discomfort, and gut movement, is also involved in empathy. The brain is highly adaptable, and there's evidence it's already changing in response to new technologies. Reading on a phone or tablet often becomes passive scrolling, constantly interrupted by notifications. When we read on screens, we tend to skim, and when we skim, we're more vulnerable to misinformation. This is why critical thinking is essential. In a healthy democracy, people must be able to analyze and reflect deeply on the information they consume. Some studies even show that children exposed to heavy digital use at an early age perform worse academically later in life. Constant distraction can shape the developing brain, making it harder for children to focus without rapid, frequent stimulation. When the stimulation disappears, they feel bored almost immediately. Still, it's a new area of research, and not all news is negative. Monitored educational screen time can be beneficial, but for families navigating the digital world, experts often recommend returning to basics. The antidote, they say, is simple and beautiful. Immerse children in reading. Model reading at home. Read with them. Show them that you enjoy it yourself. Because deep reading does more than build skills. It transforms the brain. It transforms the reader. And when individuals grow in mind and heart, society grows with them, opening the door to bigger, more meaningful futures.